Well, hello and welcome back to our series, Millionaire Mindset, attracting everything you want in life. I'm Don Hastings with A to B for Me, and this is session 3 of the 4-part series. If you haven't caught sessions 1 and 2, let me back out of here real quick, and I'm going to take you to a screen here where you can go up and check that out. Because what I want you to do is hop up to YouTube or Anchor FM, or Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, and we've got sessions 1 and 2. Session 1 was on waking up your greatness, and 2, the 6 myths about money. And of course, if you ever have any questions at all or need some assistance with any of these lessons, just reach out to me at a2bforme.info/15 with Don, and we can set up a free one-on-one strategy session. Of course, we spell strategy a little bit different here at a2bforme.com. We can go over that too with you. But when you schedule that, you're going to get 4 questions, and we want you to review those questions before we have our meeting because we want to make just as effective as possible. Because the purpose here at A to B for Me is to keep you moving in the direction of your dreams. We want to be sure that we make our time efficient and well worth getting together. Well, welcome again, and thanks for attending today as we get into session 3, the power of your mind having an abundance mindset. And one of the things that we also do here at A to B for Me is have a weekly challenge every single Monday, and we base it on Stephen Covey's the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and we've been talking about abundance and scarcity mindset to kind of be an adjunct to this program. So you might want to go back and catch those on the YouTube channel. They're all under our weekly challenge tab. All right, well, let's get rolling today because your mind is an incredibly powerful thing, far more powerful than you can even imagine. We just tap into so little of it in our daily lives. But what you think about has an incredible effect on the quality of your life and whether you reach your dreams. In fact, your brain controls most of your reality. It controls what you think about. It controls what you give your attention to. It controls what you focus on. And it literally controls the outcomes in your life. And we talk a lot about the mind here at A to B for Me, the subconscious and the conscious mind, because it really is, when you look at our A to B for Me strategy, that bottom level, the blue level is the thought process. And we've got to get the thoughts right before we can move on to anything else. Because Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, guard accordingly and take care that you entertain no notions unsuitable to the virtue and reasonable nature. And this is so true. The happiness of your life and the reality you create depends primarily upon your thoughts. And that's how powerful your brain is. And that's why we base everything here on 2 things. One is A to B for me. At A to B for Me, it's on thoughts. But secondly, it's on the wisdom of all the thought leaders of our time, and our predecessors that were thought leaders. And that's when we go back to a lot of different people, a lot of different leaders over the years. And of course, Marcus Aurelius was a huge part of that, back in the Roman Empire. But if you want to be happy and attract wealth, it's crucial to adopt a certain mindset. You must have a mindset of abundance. Because of this, it's absolutely essential that we learn to master the way we think about wealth and abundance. And we're going to talk a lot about wealth and a lot about money, M-O-N-E-Y, in this program. It's called Millionaire Mindset. But understand that wealth for us is more than just money. But we talk about money a lot because people seem to get a big hang up over that. And that's why we did the 6 myths last week. And we'll continue some of that a little bit later today. But don't get hung up when I say money, because it's not all about money. And if you've ever been around me, been in any of our programs, you know that's not how I tick. The dollar sign, the S's in success aren't dollar signs, they're S's. And there's a lot of different areas of success. But I went over this in our weekly challenge. I want to go over to this graph again with you again here of scarcity and abundance, just so it's very clear and you understand the differences. And it's not just about money. But a scarcity mindset would say, I've reached the limit of what I can achieve. And the abundance mindset would say, there are always new opportunities emerging. I have grown into my accomplishments, and there are more to come. And a scarcity mindset would say, people have already set records in my field. There's no point in going forward. The best work has already been done. And an abundance mindset would say that the success of others is proof that achievement in this area is possible and is an inspiration for my future success. A scarcity mentality would say, I shouldn't share credit with my colleagues. They don't do anything to help me. And abundance mindset would say, shared successes help build stronger networks and tighter teams that can more effectively accomplish their goals. And a scarcity mindset would say, everything and everyone are conspiring against me. How can I get ahead? And abundance mindset would say, the sky's the limit, and I'm in the driver's seat. And a scarcity mindset would say, there are no good jobs left. How can I expect to accomplish anything with my life? And an abundance mindset would say, new opportunities arise every day. If I'm not looking for them, I could miss them. So you can see the totally different attitudes of scarcity and abundance. And that's what we're really going to hone in on in this session. Because your mind controls your outcomes. And at various times of the day, you got different parts of your mind's peaking, and that's the beauty of this clock analogy. And the key is to try and keep them just rolling on all cylinders when you're really in the action mode and trying to get things rolling here. But you have to have time for the brain to rest as well. So it's very, very important to have a clock on yourself and be sure that you're well balanced in what you're doing so that you can achieve, and then you can rest a little bit and you can go back, have time to get your thoughts good. You can go back and do your, what we call here at A to B for me is reflect, plan, execute time, and then be ready for action again. So be sure that you're allowing your brain some time to rest as well. But what most people fail to realize is that their mind creates almost all the outcomes in their lives. Every outcome you're experiencing right now, whether it's positive or negative, is primarily the result of your thoughts. Or to put another way, what you constantly think about shapes your reality. And this graphic is so true. If you're on our podcast, we've got a graphic that says thoughts create reality. And that is so true. Now, your focus determines what you attract. Focus on positive things, and you'll attract positive things. Focus on negative things, and you'll attract negative things. Yes, your mind really is that powerful. Of course, one of my favorite books of all time and favorite people of all time is Jack Canfield, who wrote The Success Principles, How to Get From Where You Are to Where You Want to Be. And if you haven't taken that deep dive with us, you certainly need to do that. This is one of the books that you've got to have in your library. And he says the law of attraction states that whatever you focus on, think about, read about, and talk about intensely, you're going to attract more of into your life. And again, this can be negative or positive. And we also talk about this in the compound effect with Darren Hardy. These things, these thoughts, everything, it can go the positive way or the negative way, and it really is up to you in what you're focusing on. A couple more references here. We talked last session about Jen Sincero and You're a Badass at Making Money. You need to get that book too. It's good, but it's also funny. And she says we can literally create the reality we desire by making ourselves think and believe what we desire to think and believe. How awesome is that? Or we talked about T. Harv Eker's book, The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Again, two more that you really need to get in your library. And he says, whatever results you're getting, be they rich or poor, good or bad, positive or negative, always remember that your outer world is simply a reflection of your inner world. If things aren't going well in your outer life, it's because things aren't going well in your inner life. It's that simple. And we're going to be talking a lot about outer and inner today. Now think about it when we look at this as really the fact that like when the water drips and this the waves going out and what the reaction is going to be from that, and that's really kind of how your thoughts occur. I mean, the bottom line, you just got to get this picture in your mind, because as Ecker says, your outer world, your reality, is simply a reflection of your inner world, your thoughts, desires, and your dreams. And so if this drip comes down and it's a positive drip, then you can have more positive ripples. You can have this ripple effect. And if it's negative, then there are going to be negative ripples. So if you're not experiencing what you want in life, it's primarily due to what's happening in your inner world, because it's going to start this entire ripple effect. Not attracting the wealth you want, we got to look at your inner world. If you're not able to get your head above water financially, we got to take a look at your inner world. And if you're not able to move forward in your job like you should, we have got to take a look at your inner world. In other words, we have to start at that base foundation of thoughts. Now, the good news is that you're the one in control of your inner world. We don't get a lot of newspapers in and shape your inner world, the more you will control and shape your actual reality. I know we had a little blip on the screen there, but let's look at this. You determine what you focus on, and the more you control and shape your inner world, the more you will control and shape your actual reality. And isn't that amazing? So you just think about it. The massive implication is that if you want to change your life and attract more wealth, you absolutely must master the way you think. And you've got to get through this wave tunnel. I mean, you got these ripples started. Now you have these massive waves. It all starts out very, very innocent, right? Got this little negative thought. You had this little negative word that went with it. And all of a sudden, this huge wave is all around you of negative, and you've got to get out that tunnel. Or if it's positive, it's exciting. You've got all this stuff going on around you and exciting, and there's the sun, and you're going through it. But you've got to really think about this in the wave manner, because again, once it gets started, it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Now, do you want it to be bigger and bigger positive, or you want it to be bigger and bigger negative? So you choose which wave tunnel you want to go through every single day. All right, let's talk about changing your mind about money. I told you we're going to talk a little bit more about money, and if this nags you out, I'm sorry, but that's just part of life. We have to have it to go ahead. I mean, we talked about it last week in the myths. Whether you want to go out and just live out somewhere off the grid, you got to have the money to get there and get things ready. So get that done. But certainly if you want to help people, and philanthropy is part of your life, you're going to have money to do that. So let's not be negative about money here. Because if your outer world is a reflection of your inner world, then it's absolutely essential that you master your mindset about money. Because if you got stinking thinking about money, it's just never going to come to you, because nothing wants to come to you that you got stinking thinking about. I mean, just think about anything in your life. If you're trying to date people and you got stinking thinking, they're not going to want to be around you. If you're going to try and start a business and you got stinking thinking and you're a negative person, no one's going to want to deal with you. So we got to get that inner world where it needs to be. And you need to be done with these myths about money from the past that we talked about last session. If you missed it, you got to go back and get it. Go back today or this week and go over the 6 myths about money, because we gotta get past those, and we got to adopt an abundance mindset. And yeah, we're going to talk a lot about the old word synergy. We talk about that a lot. The law of attraction, and just opportunity and win-wins. And that's really what we'll go over, a lot of that in our Monday weekly challenges. So be sure and catch those as well. Now, if you have a scarcity mindset, believing that there is never enough money, then that's exactly what you're going to attract in your life, because it's your primary thought. You're going to attract scarcity. You'll attract exactly what you focus on. And money may be flying all around you, maybe, but you just can't get any of it. It's like being in one of those money tunnels, and you're trying to catch it, but you just can't even get a dollar bill, right? It's because that you have that scarcity mindset, and things are just plunging for you. But on the other hand, if you believe in the abundance of the world, you'll attract abundance in your life. It's just like a huge magnet. It really is. And if you believe that there is more than enough for you and everyone else, you'll begin manifesting that in your life. So we want to definitely get this abundance magnet out and start attracting all the great things in our life, not just money, but that really is a big part of it. Because what you believe becomes your reality. And of course, right in the middle of believe is I. And so you're in control of what you believe. And then reality starts with real. It's going to be real. Whatever you believe is going to be real. Therefore, it's important to believe that there's enough money for everyone. You simply need to reach out and take it. Think about all the abundance in the world. You simply need to open yourself up to receive it. So again, you're standing in one of those big machines with money flying all around you, and abundance and success and opportunities flying all around you, and you simply need to reach out and take it. And you have to get that mindset to understand that, and that's called the abundance mindset. Now, whether you believe in God, now I do, God is my guy, or your universal intelligence or energy behind all things, you must believe that he, she, or it wants you to have abundance. Because it's true. The world is full of abundance. And if you're living in scarcity, then you're just not enjoying all that the world has to offer, because the world was created for you. So let's go out there and let's get this stuff. And it's time to change your mind about money, to believe that there's enough, that you deserve to have money, and that you were created to experience abundance. And you need to regularly affirm this. And I talk a lot about the Phoenix Journal. And here's a young lady that has one. See how excited she is, because she is affirming every day through the journal, writing down her affirmations, reading her affirmations, has her goals right. And she's telling herself these things over and over again until they're burned into her brain, and until you believe them with all your heart and soul, because the mind is going to control this. You've got the subconscious who's there to protect you, and really is a great thing to have, but it also could be just a horrible thing to have if you don't treat it right, because it's got all these memories of all the things you've done wrong, of all the things that didn't work out, and you have to have the conscious mind to come in and mix that tape. And make it a positive situation. Start having positive results so that your subconscious will get on board. And that's what affirmations help you do. We've got some more here today for you at the end of the program. Well, I love this by Woody, where he's just got this negative scarcity abundance thing on his face, and Life puts out here with opportunities everywhere. And I don't know if you're a fan of Buzz Lightyear, you know that those are the two opposites, and you can really kind of think of it as Buzz being the conscious mind, super excited about everything, and Woody is a subconscious mind, and he's just always worried about everything. This isn't going to work. So, but let's get on the Buzz Lightyear side of opportunities everywhere, because it's just the law of attraction. That's what we're really going to be talking about here. Now, once you start having an abundance mindset and open yourself up to all the Creator wants to give you, you'll start seeing opportunities everywhere. You'll see ways to acquire money that you never would have seen before, and opportunities just drop in your lap out of nowhere. You'll begin to attract abundance in ways that surprise you. But you've got to have the right attitude. You've got to have the right focus. You've got to have the right intention to receive all these things. So if you need to take a little bit of time on this slide, do. But let's go through all the things that encompass the law of attraction. Because you want to open your mind. But you must open your mind to the possibilities that are all around you. The world is full of infinite possibilities, and just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're not there. Now, all the times you're like, man, that guy, that gal, they are so lucky. Well, no, the same opportunities are out there. They're all around you as well. It's just they're seeing you and they're taking action. So you just have to open your mind and go out there and grab your share. I don't know if you've ever heard of Angelina Zimmerman, but she puts it this way, and she's got a podcast called the Zillionaire Superstars podcast show, and she says the scarcity pathway leads one to experience a life not fully lived, a life that can only be described as pedestrian, and overflowing with strong negative reactions like the high tide that creates waves in a rock pool, like we talked about before, not to mention the countless missed opportunities and experiences. And those that choose to walk along the path of abundance experience a completely different life, opting to live life to the full, exuding happiness, generous by nature, creative, and inspirational, and taking full advantage and enjoying the wave of opportunities that come their way, along with memorable experiences. So again, some folks it's just overflowing with the strong negative reactions, and that again, that's that high wave, that high tide that creates waves in a rock pool. It's just all these missed opportunities and experiences, and that's why you're so negative and upset all the time. But you need to take advantage of the never of enjoying the wave of opportunities that come your way, along with all the wonderful, memorable experiences that come, because that's a huge part of success right there, is all the beautiful, memorable experiences. Now, today, what I want you to do is choose the path of abundance. We've been talking about it all for the last couple of weeks here at A to B for me, and one of the best ways to choose abundance is through the practice of gratitude. And you know, we talk about that. You got to start your days with gratitude. Start practicing gratitude for all the ways that the Creator has got your back and is bringing abundance into your life. So when you receive something good and positive, say, thank you. Just thank the world for all the things it's giving you. And this practice will start to transform the way you live. And in the Phoenix Journal, which I talk about a lot, and if you're not familiar with it, go up to A to B for me, and you can click a link there and go up and see what we have on that. And we've also got an entire deep dive on journaling, which you might want to take. But this practice will take you to start transforming your life, because the world just starts with gratitude. And in the Phoenix Journal, every day, there's a section that says, I am grateful for. And it's so important that you start your day out like that, so that you don't get into the pity party mode. Everything, oh, woe is me, nothing's going good in my life. So you sit down and realize all the great things and suck all those great things into your world that are happening around you, and start exuding happiness, and say thank you. Because if you never learn to speak the language of gratitude, you will never be speaking terms with happiness. Because you're always going to be having this pity party, this grumpy ass person, and nobody wants to be around that, and you're not going to attract anything positive by doing that. So practice gratitude every single day. Now, it doesn't have to be a list of 18, 19 different things, just 1, 2 things a day. What's good? Now, sometimes we get into the habit of having the same 1 or 2, so think about other things, but certainly want to have, you always, I would guide my wife, those type of things in there every single day, but just think about something that happened in the last 24 hours, something that happened this week that you're grateful for. And by all means, tell the Creator, tell the world out there, thank you. Because gratitude, when you're grateful for even the smallest things, it puts positive energy out into the world, which then attracts more positive things into your life. This is the law of attraction. Positive is going to attract positive. That magnet's going to be attracting positive things. Those waves, those ripples are going to be positive waves. And it's just a powerful, powerful cycle. You put out the positive energy of gratitude, and you're rewarded with more things to be grateful for. It's a law, and it will happen. So by all means, practice gratitude. It's amazing. So begin practicing immediately. As you shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance, you're going to be shocked by all the good things that start to come into your life. So get out there and let's get this thing rolling. I've got some affirmations always for you, and we're going to pop in here real quick, and we're going to pull up, let's back up here. Let's get the affirmation actually. Well, it's not going to pop up for me, so let me go over here and get it for you. You're going to get to watch me fumble around and find the affirmations up here, so let's go get them. All right. La-di-da-di-da. Let's get the 5 affirmation screen up here. Let's take that out of there and let's pop this over here. So here we are. We got our affirmations up for the week. And here we are. I take action on my dreams, which is going to be next week's affirmation, so you can see how I'm funneling. I apologize for that. I didn't have my affirmation up and ready for you. But let's talk about how focus on abundance. My mind is incredibly powerful. What I focus on expands. What I give my attention to grows. My mind controls the outcomes that I experience in my life. I have a mindset of abundance. I attract positive things because I constantly think about positive things. My outer life is extremely positive because my inner life is also extremely positive. Because I focus on good things, I attract good things into my life. I attract wealth, goodness, and beauty. I gratefully receive the abundance that the Creator provides me. There is more than enough for every person in the world, including me, and I choose to receive what is rightfully mine because I believe in abundance. I manifest abundance wherever I go and whatever I do. I know that my Creator has my back. It is constantly looking for ways to bring good into my life. I simply must open myself up to the endless possibilities the Creator offers me. I live life to the fullest, enjoying and exploring all the amazing opportunities that come my way. And because the Creator has my back, I am grateful. And I receive wealth and blessings with open hands, thankful for all that I am receiving. So that's our affirmation today on abundance. And as you can see, we've gone through, we've done all these. I'm grateful for money. We did that one last week. We also did another one here on the power of money. And these are all, if you're in the A to B for Me group, you've already got them. They're out there and they're ready for you to just print out and take them if you need them. If you're not in our group and you're not going up to the resources tab, then reach out to me and I can certainly get you a copy of these in PDF for you. Okay, well, we've got a couple of reflection questions as always for this week. Do you tend to focus most of your attention on positive or negative things? Does your mindset attract the wealth and success that you desire? And why do you think that is? So these are just a few questions to go back on this week. And again, if you want all the reflection questions, you can go up to the resources tab in the group and get those as well. And if you're not in the group, you can reach out to me again. But do you tend to focus most of your attention on positive or negative? And that's the first step. And that's really going to answer whether you're attracting wealth and success that you desire, because if it's not, you're in that negative pool, right? So let's think about this question. The next set. How much are you in control of your inner world? In other words, how much are you in control of your thoughts, your desires, and your dreams, that foundational level of the A to B for Me strategy? And how can you strengthen your control? What can you do? And if you really don't have an answer to that, then certainly go up to me and let's get a one-on-one so we can discuss this. But why is the scarcity mindset so unhelpful when it comes to achieving success and generating wealth? Now, hopefully you can go back to that scarcity and abundance chart that we had earlier in this session and review that, or go up and grab the weekly challenge and look at those. But when it comes to achieving success, wealth, and generating wealth, the scarcity mindset is really going to be a detractor for you. And you need to know why so that you can avoid those things. And finally, what are some simple ways you can begin practicing gratitude immediately? And this is bolded because it's got to be immediately. This can't be a someday I'll situation. I'll get around to that. No, today. Start every single day waking up and thinking about what you're grateful for. I know Darren Hardy, in one of the series with him, he says that the first thing he does when he wakes up in the morning is he's just going to lay there, and first thing he'll do is just spill out some gratitude for the day. So it's just maybe a good way to do it. Wake up, take that cleansing breath, get you a drink of water, take care of business, and then immediately go into what you're thankful for the day. But by all means, let's start practicing gratitude. All right. Well, in the next session, we're going to look at taking action on your dreams, because nothing's going to happen without action. In A to B for me strategy, as we'll see right here, in this blue little circle, you get the blue is your thoughts, red is action. But until we have our thoughts right, until this is abundance and not scarcity, and we're on the right track here, we're not going to be able to get into action, because it's just not going to work. You're going to get in there, you're going to stumble, you're going to fumble, you're going to zig instead of zag, you're going to get negged out, and you're going to fall right back down. So we want to be sure that we have this blue level right, thoughts, actions, and then go into habits, which is the black level. And habits are going to keep us and determine whether we get into developing our character, which are our core values, and then break us into our destiny. So that is the A to B for me strategy: thoughts, action, habits, character, and destiny. And again, thank you for attending. I want you to have an awesome week and absolutely keep moving in the direction of your dreams. But to schedule one-on-one strategy again, go back and go to a to b for me.info/15 with Don. Let's get that set up. I don't have a lot of time this time of year. We're doing this initial session here in December. But get with me. We can set something up and get it rolling, because I want you to have a wonderful 2022. And if you need to catch up, go back and go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can get everything that we've got coming out, plus have access to everything we already have. Or you can listen to us on Anchor FM. We're out there 3 times a week. We got the weekly challenge. We got our regular programming that we do midweek, and then we have our Thrive Thursday every Thursday, so you don't want to be missing those with the author of Atomic Habits, James Clear. And of course, we're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, so reach out to us there as well. Well, all right. Well, that is it for me for this week, and reach out to us if you need any assistance. Again, we're here for you, and we want you to keep moving in the direction of your dreams. Have a great one, and we'll see you next week for the wrap-up of this session 4.